I'm a very indecisive person. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be something very small, like what I want for dinner, or if I want fries or onion rings with my dinner, or something like that. It could also be big decisions, like a few months ago when I decided to quit my job in the middle of my shift. I was very on the fence. I was very stuck in between. I talked myself up. I was so frustrated, so annoyed with my coworkers and everybody else around me. I talked myself up. I got all worked up about it and got all mad, and I was so confident and I was so mad. I was so ready to quit my job. And then the time came when I had to walk out the door, and I froze up and I was like, should I really do this? Is this worth it? Is this really what I'm going to do right now? Am I making a terrible decision, etc., etc.? Thinking about my coworkers, am I screwing over all my coworkers? They need my help, etc., etc., etc. Just questioning myself, questioning everything that I thought I was so confident in. But that's how I always am. I'm always indecisive. I'm always questioning whether I'm making a good decision, making a good choice, making the right choice, whatever. Always indecisive. And I'm coming to the realization, or at least I trying to, that there really are no right or wrong choices in this world. I suppose this is more related to bigger decisions than something like water or soda with your dinner, but every choice that you make is exactly that. It is the choice that you make. It is your decision to make. And I suppose, on the other hand, is that I don't want to be 80 years old on my deathbed and thinking about all the regrets that I have in my life. And so maybe I'm trying to convince myself that I don't have any regrets and that I've made only right choices. But, I mean, honestly, how can it be the wrong choice if it's what I did, if it's what I decided to do? Or I guess not just me, this really relates to anybody that might be feeling this kind of way. How can it be the wrong choice if it's what you did or what you decided to do? If that's what you felt, whether it was a heat of the moment decision or what, if that's what you decided to do, that was your choice. You know, not only is the decision made and there's no turning back, but there's nothing wrong with the decision you made, with the choice that you made. It is what you wanted to do, it is what is done. There's no point to regret that, for one. Regret is one thing, but I don't know. I hate feeling so guilty all the time. I shouldn't say all the time. It's not all the time that I feel guilty, but I do a lot of time. A lot of the time, I feel guilty. I feel like I made a bad decision. I feel like I just could have done better, could have done things differently, I don't know what I could have done. I don't know what I could have done. And I think that's really where this idea stems from, is that if I don't know what I could have done differently or whatever, then how could I feel like I made the wrong choice? And I mean, I suppose there's only two options in this scenario in my head when it comes to, or when it came down to quitting my job, because I can't think of any better example. The only options are walk out like I claim I want to do, or that I talked myself up into that I'm going to do, or stay and keep working and keep being miserable, you know? And obviously, I didn't stay. I quit. I walked out, and I haven't looked back. Great. I guess I have, because I'm here thinking about it, talking about it, not necessarily regretting it, because, like I said, had I stayed, I would probably just be miserable right now, or still for that matter. And granted, it's not like everything is perfect. It's not like my life drastically improved overnight because I quit my job, but In some ways, it did drastically improve overnight because I quit my job. All my stress of what tomorrow will bring just kind of melted away because every day is a new day now. Every day is a new adventure now. And I wouldn't go back. I would not go back. I don't know what you could give me to convince me that it would be worth going back. And so I don't think I made the wrong decision. I don't think there was a wrong decision to be made. Because as I said, on the flip side, on the other hand, had I stayed and just continued working, granted, like I said, I'd probably be miserable still as I was. I probably wouldn't have made half of the videos that I've made because I just, the longer that I worked, the less motivation I seemed to have, the less the less I wanted to do anything with my time and with my life and etc. It's just work, 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 work. My free time just feels dwindled and empty and just always waiting for my next shift. But at the same time, I had money. I wasn't going broke, you know? I was able to afford whatever I wanted to, and well, I guess not whatever I wanted to, but I wasn't worried about spending money. I wasn't constantly checking my bank account to make sure I was going to have enough money to get my dog food at the end of the month. Granted, I have supportive parents to help me with that kind of stuff, so like my mom is happy to help out when I need her to, but I hate asking for help. I've always hated asking for help, so I try not to. But as I said, I I suppose that kind of influences this idea of making the wrong decision or whatever, what have you. And well, as I said, I don't regret it because I don't think I did make the wrong decision because I don't think there are wrong decisions. I think everybody is just living life however they see fit, whatever feels right to them. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that will tell you the opposite of what I'm saying and tell you that there are definitely wrong decisions that you can make and bad choices. And sure, I guess to some capacity there probably are some bad choices and bad decisions that you can make. But overall, we're all just living. We're all just trying our best to exist the best that we can. And whatever choices we make to try to get us through our day to day and get us through the world is that's your choice to make. That's your life to live. That's your decision, you know? And nobody can or should be able to tell you that it's right or wrong because if that's what you felt was right for you, whether it was a heat of the moment act of just I don't know what you want to call it, bravery, courageousness, I don't know, just reckless abandonment that led me to quitting my job, or if it was a well thought out, precisely planned, like, I don't know, something like going to college at a certain school or something that you thought about for years and years and years. Whatever the decision is, whatever choice it is, whatever you did or did not do, don't regret it. You did it or you didn't, and that's fine. Just grow from there, you know? Your life is your life to figure out. And I suppose I have the advantage of my youth in front of me. You know, I'm 20 something, so I still have quite a life to live to try to figure it all out. And maybe someday down the road, I'll look back and I'll be like, wow, what an idiot I was at 23, quitting my job and acting like I was so smart and whatever, living with no regrets. Like, what an idiot, you know? But probably not. I mean, if I feel this, I guess, confidently now, then why would that fade in time? If I'm confident in my decision now, then I'm gonna hold on to that confidence because I don't feel like I made the wrong choice. At least, not all the time, you know? Overall, that's highly disappointing. But overall, I made my choice. I made my decision. I did what was best for me in the heat of the moment, in the time that it was needed. And I don't regret that. I don't think I ever will. Or at least I shouldn't. If I do, then hopefully I'm still making videos so that somebody can come and yell at me about it and tell me that I'm not allowed to regret that thing because I made that choice and I'm gonna stand by that. Because if I really regretted it, I would just call my boss and try to get my job back, you know? If I really, really was this guilt-ridden or upset or whatever, then I'd probably do something about it. But instead, we're just gonna play Minecraft, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, year, everything, life. I hope you have a great rest of your life. I hope you stand confidently by any and all decisions that you make because it's your life to live. It's your decisions to be made. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for it, for whatever decisions you make, whatever choices, options, pathways life leads you down. Walk down them with confidence. Walk down them knowing that at the end, you'll figure it out. You gotta. It's your life. Nobody else can figure it out for you. And that might sound overwhelming. And it is. It really is. At least from my point of view. But that's okay. We're in this together in some way, some capacity. So I got your back if you got mine. Thanks for listening. I love you.